Hello everybody and welcome to episode 31 of Ebrius SMP. In the last episode, I had a lot of frustration with this tree farm, but it's now working. It broke again off camera. The log pusher over here, for some reason, stopped working. It could have been due to some lag or something, but I don't know. Things that I did in between, I just added a couple of shulker boxes here for each of the sapling types, because I get so many saplings and I want to save some so I can maybe sell them in a shop or something. But yeah, this has been working fine. I can show you the amount of logs. I have a double chest full of acacia and another double chest and another double chest and a little bit. I've been mostly farming acacia, and then I have a little bit of oak, a bit of spruce, a bit of jungle, and a bit of birch. I just farmed a little bit, so that is what it is. But right now, what I want to do is I want to start making this looking nice and pretty because it's all really bland right now. So I think I'm going to put in the roof without any texturizing yet. And over here for these two walls, I had an idea for putting like a little pixel art, maybe of a bone meal if I can get it looking nice, and then of a little tree. So it signifies like the tree farm and bone meal as it's over here. Maybe I'll just put a little bone or something. I don't know. But yeah. So let me get on with that and I'll be back in just a little bit. Alrighty, I did a little bit of work. I added spruce fences wherever I have some spruce wood, and I finished up the ceiling. I haven't texturized anything yet, but just doing those little things makes the room go quite far. And what I didn't like is having the spruce log right next to the chest here, because then they didn't really have a border or something. So what I did is I have a 2 wide of spruce fences here, and then a little thingy up top over there, which makes the wall look a bit more full. And then I just have the chests here like so. And over here, I already mentioned that I have the shulker boxes. I cleaned up the floor and put in some lights, and we're gonna next go texturize the floor, I think. And I'm gonna start working on the walls. I think I wanna do not the same thing, but something in these walls, because they're just gonna be flat walls with, I mean, texturized textures, but anyway, they're gonna be pretty flat. So I'm gonna think of what I wanna put on them, maybe doing just like a spruce pillar in the middle or something, and then splitting it up like that. Maybe that'll work just to break it up a little bit, but yeah, I'll work on that and I'll be back in just a bit. Alrighty, I texturized all the floor over here and all inside of here, so it all looks nice now. And what I want to do next is, instead of work on this room a little bit more, I'll do that in just a little bit. But I was over here by my villager tender, and I know, like, when I look at this, that my cells are full, if I look through the glass here, and I could see the villagers going onto the magma block over there. But what I want to do is, up top there's enough space for 5 lamps. And what if we take an output from either this block or that redstone actually, and transfer it up and over into the whatchamacallit, the lamp there. We can do that with just with an observer line, to be honest, and just taking it directly from that block up top, I guess, or that maybe that repeater or something, to turn the lamps on and off when the cells are full. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna figure out how I want to do it, and I'll be back with you to show it in just a little bit. Alrighty, I built it up over here. I just took the signal from a rail with an observer, and then it goes up, and then I have this entire line of rails, and it all makes sense. As you can see, it just triggered as a villager went in. So we now have all of the cells full. And basically, this one powers these rails, which power this observer, which powers this line, which triggers the first line, and then triggers over here and triggers that. I can't really send a signal around a corner without other observers, so it works fine. And then over here is this line, triggers this, goes there. The main line is just the rail directly from there, goes straight on, and the other side is just mirrored, and it's all good and the same. And that powers these sticky pistons, which through observer pulses, they let off the block, and it powers the lamp underneath, which is really neat. And I can demonstrate it since we filled up the villagers again. We can see this guy, let's say, is cartographer. We don't need him. And as soon as we pick up the next one, the lamp turns off. So the I know that the first cell now isn't full. So I can keep on trading and empty them out, and then after a while they'll fill back up and I'll know when they're full. And I can basically just see that from here. I can be like, oh, 5 lamps are on, I can go trade again or something like that. But yeah, it is functioning. So that is really cool. Now I'm probably gonna go back working on the tree farm room, and I'll be with you once I have some more progress. What I want to do here before I do too much more texturizing, I did this wall over here, except this side isn't done, but this side is. And I think it looks cool with all the gaps in the back, and it looks really nice. What I want to do is I want to install another thing. Hello, Spooter. I want to install a concrete powder converter that is going to transport the blocks to this same basically piston that's going to push them over to the blast chamber. And I want to put that over here. It might be a bit tricky on how to get the blocks to the right spot, because I'm going to have to it's going to push them out to the right, and then I'm going to have to go down, and then either through here, but I don't think I'm going to have enough space here. The other option would be to go around the back, which will take a little bit longer, but once the blocks are all filled, it should be all the same. You just have a couple of blocks in the system, but that's fine. So I'm going to get on working with that, and I'm going to be back in just a little bit. Alrighty, I made quite a bit of progress here. This is the concrete powder placer thingy mabob. So basically you flick this lever, and I'm going to get a bunch of items, because they're all stuck in the hoppers. You would put your concrete powder in this chest over here, and it filters into these this dropper here, and then you can stand on the corner here and hold on right click and place down concrete powder. And then there's a water source behind this block that turns it into concrete, and then it gets pushed around, and I can show you that from back here. It is quite a bit of a snake where it gets pushed around. We're gonna start over here. The last ender pearl. I'm well prepared. Let's go over there. Like so. This is the lever input is here. It turns on this redstone line, which turns on this comparator, which triggers a clock that triggers quite another, like, I think it's a 0 tick or something, that pushes the piston over here. It goes next to this water. We can place some blocks around just so it's nice. And then the concrete comes over here and to the same thing that I used at the tree farm that Ilmango does. Basically, it's the super duper pusher thingy. And it is, this guy was weird. It should be pushing downwards. Yeah, there you go. I don't know why it pushed things over, but it goes downwards here, over here, comes to this corner, and then I have to snake it around because the push limit of pistons is 12 blocks. So over here it turns just a corner like this and goes another 12 blocks, and then turns another corner and goes to over here. And this is the more complicated piston pusher. It needs a super speed bud, which this thing is. So if I put, for example, a stone brick, this piston is budded, so it detects that, and then it pushes upwards really fast. And up here, it just merges with another guy pushing over, and it merges into the same one that the wood does. And it goes over here and into the TNT chamber, and it's already filled up a little bit. So what I want to do as well, probably in the next episode, is over here we can have another line coming in from this side, and I want to have that as a that line be a cobblestone generator. So I'll dig up an area here. I don't need that much space. I need just like 10 more blocks or something, and I'm gonna put a cobble gen here and put it probably just at the same level that this is, just so it pushes it straight in. And it's a cobblestone generator. It makes 18,000 blocks an hour, which is the speed of the TNT chamber. So it's made specifically for that by Ilmango as well. So next episode, we're going to do that. But right now, I'm going to see what the time is on the episode. And if we can do something more, we'll do something more. If not, we'll end the episode. You know the jazz. And I'll be back in just a bit. So basically, since I'm going to have cobble and concrete going into this TNT chamber, I need some place to store it. So what I thought of is putting some chests here. These are going to be for all the types of concrete. They're not going to have any filters on it. I wanted to have a switch that would trigger the filtering of this, basically where we have a loop outside. Let me go there. So over here, we need to have this loop because the one single hopper filter can't process the amount of items that the TNT chamber brings, so it needs to loop quite a bit. And if we have the concrete go out in the same loop, and we don't filter it, because there's so many colors of concrete that we would need 16 filters. I don't have space for that here. I mean, I have it over here, which, I mean, I might be able to. I guess I could, actually. So what I wanted to do is put a filter for cobblestone here where this cake is. And we can move the... We need to turn the item stream a little bit. We can move it over the stone brick, I guess, and move it there, because something. I'll see how I can fit that in. Maybe one cake will be enough to align it if I slow the items down a little bit. So a filter here for cobble, another filter here for cobble. So then we can, over here, have a cobblestone and a cobblestone, and move this spruce wood over by one over there, the same way we have it here. And then have possibly, but I don't really think I could fit in 16 item filters for all of the different concrete types. So we can have the same loop and items just looping around. Maybe we can. I'll go count it and see if I can. But I want to fit in the cobblestone filters next and fix up the spruce wood over there to make it look nice, and then I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, I put in the concrete storage. It is one chest over, or one line of chests here and one line of chests there, and we can go up top to. I can show you how I did the ice stream. I didn't really change much. I just the cake is in the same spot. I just have a hopper underneath it now, and the cobblestone that comes over here. If we toss a little bit into the water stream, you're gonna see it gets filtered into the first one because it gets aligned towards the second cake. So that's all good. And the wood is going to pass on. I currently remove the water stream from here because I want to install a little bit of a system here. So I messed up a little bit and I had to fix the entire system. That's why I have the really weird cut. But we have the sticky piston over there. It's powered by this redstone dust. And it's triggered by this torch tower that is going to get powered by this redstone line that turns on when this guy is on. So when we have the concrete powder going into the TNT chamber, we're gonna have that piston de-extend, and it's gonna divert the water downwards and over, and it's gonna go into that storage for concrete powder. So we're gonna have a little bit of wood that is gonna be left over in the TNT chamber, or maybe some cobblestone or something. That is gonna get broken, like the first TNT is gonna break that. It's gonna go into the concrete storage, but I can just manually filter it out. It's not a problem. So yeah. And with that, I'm out of time for this episode. In the next one, we're gonna build the cobblestone generator and hook it up to the TNT blast chamber. And I'm gonna test out the concrete powder converter thingy off camera and see if that functions properly. It should. Like, I tested it enough that it should. So yeah. With that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button. Consider commenting a little bit if you have anything to say. If you have any ideas, if you just want to say cool video or bad video, I'll take any sort of criticism. And also consider subscribing to see new videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. When it went down, it was so hard to breathe. I gave up everything.